What is happening, YouTube? You are back with TheReal PG for another NBA player prop video for today, Monday, December the 26th. First and foremost, I hope everybody had a great, safe, and happy holiday weekend. Mine was wonderful. Spent a lot of time just hanging out, relaxing, letting the mind refresh to come back and kick some ass this week. So let's get into it, guys. Before we get into the video, though, and get into these picks, if you've not smashed that like button, please smash the like button if you're liking this content. If you've not yet gotten subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell, so you're getting the most up-to-date information on player injuries, player line movements, and anything else in regards to today's slate. Last but not least, if you check out the 3 links in the description section below, you're going to find 3 very important links. The first of which is to the free Discord. The free Discord currently has about 1,000 people in it talking NBA, NFL, NHL, Prizepicks, Thrive. 24 hours a day, this thing is popping. So if you come over here, you can take a look at everything. We've got a main chat. We've got a couple different sections, like a trophy section, basically, for all your big hits. Testimonial section, which is more in regards to the Patreon, which is the second link, which we will get into. But again, this is all the YouTube videos are posted on here. So everything in the community that you need access to is in this free Discord. Get signed up. Second link is for the paid Patreon. Prices are probably going to be going up come January, but you will be grandfathered at the price you get in at. So if you sign up prior to the price bump, you will be in at that price forever until you cancel. There's a base tier as well as a VIP tier. Same picks. The VIP gets a private chat with basically around-the-clock access to me, all of my plays, any other nuggets I decide to drop. Like today, I dropped some stuff from props.cash on most likely hit rates, just little things like this that I'm dropping throughout the day constantly to help people with their research and stuff like that. This is how yesterday went. Marcus Smart killed us. You know, it happens, but we've been very, very hot. So the Patreon is something you're going to want to check out for sure if you want to get more than what YouTube and the free Discord offers. Last link is to Thrive Fantasy. Definitely come on over and check them out, you guys. So Thrive Fantasy has both your basic props like Prizepicks and Underdog and all the rest of those sites, as well as your DFS side like FanDuel and DraftKings. So you get the best of both worlds in one site right here. And right now, if you come over to Thrive and you sign up with my promo code, capital letters PG, deposit a minimum of $20. Once you do that, you come back over to the Discord, send me a message saying, hey man, I took care of the Thrive requirements, I did get signed up, and I did deposit $20. I will verify it with Thrive. Once it is verified, I will send you back your $20 so that it is risk-free. Also, when you deposit, you will get matched 100% up to $100. So your $20 deposit becomes $40 for free. The day you get approved, you will also get all of my Patreon picks to spend your $40 on if you choose to do so. And last but not least, you will also be entered into a raffle just for people who have signed up for Thrive in the month of January, or well, the last week of December through the last week of January, this next 30-day period. So it's going to be probably 50 to 100 people in the raffle, jersey of your choice, any sport, any player, you name it. So there is tons and tons of perks right now, guys, for going over and signing up at Thrive using my promo code, again, capital letters PG. That being said, let's get on to today's plays. So I've got a couple for you over here on Thrive. I don't think the board is quite full yet, but we're going to go with what we have right now. So personally, I am heavy on Durant and Irving today. I like Kyrie's points plus assist. Ooh, I really hope I didn't click points plus rebounds in my props. Points plus assist. I think they might have taken that one off the board, guys, because it was sweet. So let's take a look again. Oh, there it is. All right. So Kyrie's points plus assist over 27.5. So let's take a look at Kyrie Irving on the sportsbooks first and check out what his line looks like, as he is someone we're going to be using on both sites today. So scrolling down to Kyrie Irving, we look at his points at 23.5, minus 142 to the over, plus 108 to the under. Assist, minus 173 to the over, plus 128 to the under at 3.5, giving you a combined total of 27. If both things are 28 technically, if both hit, we're looking for 27.5. I like that. So let's take a look at his past versus Cleveland. So Kyrie Irving, game log versus Cleveland. And as a Brooklyn Net, over the last 5 games, Kyrie's points and assists combination, we're looking for 28 to cash. So he had the last game 26, So he was basically a bucket short. This game he had 36, easy clear. This game he had 19 only, where it was a big miss. Then he had 43, 40, 33. That's as a Boston player. So in Brooklyn, he has hit his points and assists in 3 of 5, and one of those was basically a hook short. So more or less 4 of the last 5 games as a Brooklyn player, he has cleared points plus assists versus the Cavaliers. So if we also look on props.cash at Kyrie Irving's points plus assists today on the road, so if we look, you can see he has flown past this number when he does hit it. He normally doesn't. Just to see 4 of the last 5, you see he was a hook short, and outside of that, he has hit with clear space for error in the other 3, with totals of 45, 44, and 36. So these are all road games. So he's basically been 4 for 4 in the last 4 road games. He's also hit in 4 of the last 5, minus 3 of the last 5 plus a hook. So 4 of the last 5 essentially against Cleveland as well. So this is a play that I'm going to be on today. We could also take a look at the matchup. Nothing is good in matchup versus Cleveland, but I mean, point guards versus Cleveland, they're giving up 20.87 points per game. They're giving up 9.6 assists. So the assists look great for Kyrie, but of course assists aren't offered by themselves on either site that we'll be looking at today. So we're forced into the points plus assists. I don't have no issue with the points, though, as I think Kyrie has been balling out lately. As far as the 23.5 points, he's hit that in 4 of the last 5 games, and the one game he missed it was versus Milwaukee. So not too concerning in any way. So I think that is a solid first play for Thrive. Next, we're going to look at Kevin Durant, and we're going to look at his PRA at 37.5. Again, the matchup is never great versus Cleveland, but let's take a look on the books. Durant has a lot of money to the over on, I believe it was his points, but all right, so it's shifted a little bit. Minus 125 to the over on 27.5 points, minus 133 to the over, plus 100 to the under on 37.5 PRA. So let's take a look at the PRA, like I said, at 37.5, and see what KD has done in the past versus Cleveland. Oh, you bastard. All right. Kevin Durant, game log versus Cleveland. And we're looking at PRA, so he has had combined totals of 46 in the most recent game on 4/8/2022. Then he had 42 PRA the game prior to that. The game 3 games ago. A little bit of a bust. He had 30 PRA only. Game prior to that, in only 29 minutes, managed to put up 44 PRA. Game prior to that, he managed to put up 58 PRA. So he's been showing out against Cleveland in the last 5 games they've played. I forgot to mention Kyrie is also in a revenge narrative where he does play better in Cleveland. So let's take a look on props.cash at Kevin Durant. Here's the only thing about Durant that makes me want to lean towards points a little bit. If we look at his PRA today for Durant, he is on the road, hit this in only 3 of the last 4. Again, he's been basically a 3-pointer away on one of those games. But if we look at his points by themselves on the road, that looks a lot more solid, hey? So they do have him at 27.5. This is set at 26.5. I don't know why the books have that. So let's just adjust that real quick to 27.5. So he has still hit that in the last 4. So if you do want to look at just the points, I don't mind that, but they don't offer just points on Thrive. They do offer just points over on Prizepicks, though, so we'll be looking at that over there. So we can get a little bit of each. We'll take the PRA over on Thrive, and we'll take the points over on Prizepicks. That way we're covering more bases. Since we can't submit with 2 players from the same team, otherwise I would just lock these 2, we're going to take a look at Paul George today. There is no Kawhi Leonard, so Paul George is going to have to step up. I'm looking at his points specifically, but I don't see why his PRA would be bad either against Detroit. So let's take a look. We would have Paul George. Where's the matchup here? Here we go. Paul George. So we've got our shooting guard versus Detroit, the way the lineup is today. So let's take a look. Shooting guards versus Detroit. Let's look at the points first. Top 10, 24.5 a game. And let's look at the overall versus Detroit. Top 6, giving up 43.4 fantasy points per game, which roughly equates to somewhere, depending on the player, between 33 and 38 PRA. You know, depending on how many blocks, steals, and turnovers they get, this will vary. But it's a very, very good matchup is what I'm getting at. So giving up 24.5 points a game on average to your average shooting guard, Paul George is not your average shooting guard. So he should be able to go above and beyond. Let's take a look at his Vegas line. So Paul George today at 24.5 points is only minus 118 to the over, minus 110 to the under. So there isn't huge juice on Paul George, and that's kind of confusing because with no Leonard, someone's got to pick that slack up, you know? So this is definitely a play that I feel confident in despite what the books are telling us. If we take a look on props.cash, let's see what Paul George has been looking like. So Paul George today will be on the road. So let's take a look. His road splits do not look great. Let's take a look. He's going to have to play a lot today, so let's see what he has been playing. So we got Paul George, game logs. So he's been playing 36, 31, 33, 35, 41, 32, 33. So mid-30s minutes. No Kawhi today. He'll probably be upper 30s minutes. So let's take a look if we move this bar up to the mid-30s. 30, we'll give him 34. So in games where he's at 34-plus minutes, he has hit the point prop in 4 of 7. The ones he has missed has been by a 3-pointer, by a 2, and this game was a blowout. So there's that. Let's look at the PRA. Looking pretty similar given the minutes. If we back it out to just general, he has been very, very close on multiple occasions where he's not hit, though, but he's left us hooked or a basket short. The hit rate is not great, but if you look at the defensive rankings, it is very, very good for points, it is very, very good for rebounds, and it is very, very good for assists. So personally, the stats and the books numbers are a little scary, but given no Leonard, let's look this up too because I haven't yet. Paul George game logs versus Detroit with no Kawhi. How the hell do you spell his name? There we go. Okay, let's see. What has Paul done without Kawhi? Most recently, 36 minutes, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. That's 28 PRA. Did not hit points, did not hit PRA. Going back to last year, did not hit points, did not hit PRA. 3 matchups ago, hit points and PRA. And the matchup prior, he only played 16 minutes. I'm assuming he was probably injured. So we're not going to look at that game. And then after that, we're dating back to the OKC days where he annihilated that PRA in every single game. So this is a little bit iffy. It's a little more iffy than first look presented. So let's jump back into Thrive and see if there's something else that is maybe more appealing at the moment. So Donovan Mitchell's points, I know. Oh, we can look at Darius Garland points, actually, because they don't offer Mitchell's points by itself. So let's hop into that matchup again. So Darius personally comes in at a minus 133 favorite on his points, plus 101 to the under at 9.5 or 19.5. Donovan, if we look at his PRA, which is offered, his points at 26.5 have major juice, but they're not offered on either book, which is crazy, on Prizepicks or Thrive. PRA is only minus 120. I saw points plus rebounds for Donovan too, but his rebounds are only set at 3.5 with juice to the under, so I'm not touching that. So let's look at Darius Garland and his points at 19.5. Let's look at the matchup. So we've got our point guard versus Brooklyn. It's a very nice matchup, given 26.7 points away over the last 7 games. Let's check out the whole season. Brooklyn has been given up 22.57. So they have gotten very much worse. And they've been giving up almost 4 points difference between their season total and their last 7 games. So they're kind of falling apart defensively right now, guys. And this maybe is not a bad look. Let's look at Darius's history versus Brooklyn. Darius Garland game log versus Brooklyn. 31 points, 22 points, 24 points, 24 points. Bingo. Lock it in. We found our 3 plays for Thrive today. So let's go ahead, throw Darius in, lock her in, and that is that. All right, let's head on over to Prizepicks, guys. All right, so we're going to be looking at some of the same things. We're going to look at KD's points, because we already looked at that and how great that looked on the road. KD points looked great. We're going to look again at Irving's points plus assist. We're going to stick with those. We're going to stick with Garland points. All right, now let's see if we can find a couple more for you guys over here. Let's see what I found on my first looks for Patreon, and just take a quick peek at if there's anything noteworthy. So, all right, so we're going to take a look at, so see if Donovan Mitchell's on the board yet for points. Hey, okay, they got him at 27.5. They got him at 26.5 on the books. Let's take a look at Donovan's last 5, because I do like this play. So Donovan Mitchell game log versus Brooklyn. 30 points, 27 points, 27 points, 31 points, 25 points, 30 points. That's why they bumped it to 27.5, not 26.5, because he's hit 27 every single game or better. So I'm going to lock this in. It's a little scary locking in Garland and Mitchell points in the same lineup, but I do really like both matchups. Let's take a look at Mitchell on here. And we're looking at points for Mitchell, minus 150 to the over. Oh, yeah. So they are playing at home today. All right, so here's what's been going on with Donovan at home. Let's bump him into 30 minutes because we know he's going to see at least 30. So at 30 minutes, he has hit this in 70%. Implied odds of minus 233 to the over. At 26.5, let's jump to 27.5. Implied odds have not changed. Still a 70% hit rate. So this play looks incredibly safe based off of the history and based off of Donovan's road splits this year. Let's look at Garland because we did not, just to see. Garland, on the other hand, has not been looking quite as good. Let's bump him up to 30 minutes. It doesn't change a thing. So Garland has been right in the wheelhouse, though. 17, 18, 19, 18 in his misses. It's been a bucket short, basically. So despite that, you know, if we drop the 19.5 down to 18.5, or even 18, you know, that becomes all of a sudden, 2 pushes and 5 out of 8 hits. You know, so 7 out of 10 push or better. You know, so literally he makes 1 extra basket and we're in business. So I'm not going to fade this based off of that. Based off of 1 basket, I'm not going to be scared off. So let's take a look at, we got those 4 that we're going to have for sure. Let's take a look at Mason Plumley and his 2.5 assist. So Charlotte versus Portland. Let's look at the centers versus Portland matchup for assist. Bingo, top 5 at 5 per game. That looks great over the last 7. Let's take a look at the Vegas line. I'm assuming based off that, the juice is extremely heavy. Who are we looking up? Mason Plumley. 2.5 assists. Minus 151 to the over, plus 113 to the under. Heavy juice, guys. Let's lock that one in. Let's take a look at Plumley on here just so we can say we looked and we saw everything. Let's look at his assist, and he will be playing on the road. So on the road, he has hit this in 7 of 10. Let's bump his minutes down to 0. So at all minutes, he has hit this still in 7 of 10 on the road. Oh, shit, we're looking at not the right thing. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so Mason Plumley has hit this in 8 of 10, even better. The ones he's missed it, one was a hook, and the other one was in a tough matchup against LAC. I love this play today, guys. So let's lock that in as play number 5. And let's try to find you one more that I like. All right, let's take a look at this one. Clarkson over steals, 0.5. This is hitting 5 of the last 5. The juice on the books in this one, if it has not changed at all, is in the minus 200 wheelhouse. Let's see. Minus 200. I know it's steals and blocks, but look at his blocks. Plus 293 to the over. He ain't getting a block. No chance in hell he's getting a block. But that means his steals are very likely to happen at a minus 200 with a plus 293 block rate. So you got steals and blocks combined to a minus 200. I think that's probably pretty close to a lock based off just that. Let's look at Clarkson on props.cash at his steals. And we go to Clarkson. And Clarkson is playing on the road today. So beautiful. Last 3 he has hit. He has hit in 5 of 10 this year total. Let's bump his minutes up to 25 to 30. We'll call it 28. Sure, 28 looks good. You know, same thing. 5 of 10. Let's bump it up to 30. 31. 4 of 9. So basically, you know, the games he's getting the steal. Okay, so who is he playing today? Let's take a peek here. Utah versus San Antonio Spurs. How many turnovers per game do we get out of the Spurs? NBA team turnovers per game. Let's look at San Antonio Spurs. giving up, so they're definitely towards the bottom of the list, and they're playing at home today. So they are giving up 16.6 turnovers per game. Oh, my fault. That makes them one of the easiest. This is reversed. So they are one of the best teams to be playing against as far as the turnovers go. So San Antonio is giving up the 4th most in the league. So there you go, guys. Lock that Clarkson play in. So that's the 6 I'm going to go with for YouTube today. Again, this has not been too researched. It's not that in-depth. It is only 1:43 p.m., guys. We have 5 hours till the game start for me to still research. But on first looks and base research, these plays all look pretty good, guys. So we're going to lock these in, and we're going to cross our fingers that the players do their jobs today and don't pull like a Marcus Smart of yesterday. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. If you're tailing, I wish you the best of luck. Again, over on Thrive, we did Kyrie Irving over points and assists, Kevin Durant over 37.5 PRA, and Darius Garland over 19.5 points. And on Prizepicks, we did KD over 27.5 points, Kyrie over 27.5 points and assists, Darius Garland over 19.5 points, Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 points, Mason Plumley over 2.5 assists, and last but not least, Jordan Clarkson over 0.5 steals. That is all I've got for you guys today. Again, make sure to check out Thrive Fantasy. Sign up with my promo code, capital letters PG, deposit $20. Double your money on the match, get your 20 back, get my Patreon plays, and get thrown into a contest to win a free jersey of your choice. How can you go wrong? You can't. Sign up today, guys. Get it done. No excuses for waiting. It's free. Literally risk-free. Till the next one, peace.